Well, guys, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do this or not. I, I'm trying what I can to get this to work, but it seems like we're not on a fast enough connection. I don't know. So I've had the video running uh, for all this time. I'm going to have 20 minutes to cut out of the video. Yeah, it's going to be really choppy, it looks like. Anyway, this has been drying. We got about 20 minutes in the monkeying with this stuff. I really need somebody who knows what they're doing. Need a 12-year-old kid. Let me watch this on YouTube to see the chat link. So we're gonna watch on YouTube. Aha! You little bastard. Okay, it says 2 watching now. Let's see if we can pull in some more. Say something in the chat box if you're watching. It looks like the stream is better on this one. Anyway, just something to do. Uh, I would like for all these videos to save on YouTube via stream. That way I don't have all the editing to do, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a valid way to do things. It's just too choppy unless I can figure out what I'm doing wrong. It's going to be a learning curve, guys. We got another one joined us. Go ahead and ask questions. I don't know who it is. I can't see who joins. I just see that the number of people watching. I see some of these guys that do these streams. They have hundreds of people watching, and it's streams with nonsense on it. Total nonsense. Let's type in here. Oh no, show chat. Show the chat. Ask. Put it on, sand it off. Put it on, sand it off. We got about a 1 minute lag in it. I've shut everything down. When I go back to the channel, I'll be deleting that other stream. These are kind of just a test. This is a whole new ball game for me. But I really would like to get this to work. So that questions could be answered in real time. Well, we just had another one come on board. So I see that there is people do want to watch it. But if you're watching this on Stunhanger, you can't ask me a question. You have to watch it on YouTube and use the YouTube chat. So hit that little button in the lower right-hand corner and watch it on YouTube and use the chat if you want to talk to him. I'll be doing this every day if I can make it work and there's enough interest. So watch it on YouTube and ask me a question. I'm waiting for someone to respond to make sure that it's all working. I'll give a plug to my internet friend Don Shipley. He's having a little bit of problems with Dan Bernath. Might want to check his channel out. He's a funny guy. No nonsense. No BS. Well, we lost the watchers. I'm gonna. Oh, they're back. I'm gonna stream for another 30 minutes or so, and if you type the question into YouTube there, I'll answer it on camera. So the weather's bad out. Didn't get to fly much. Did you guys? The video quality was so bad yesterday. Did you guys see my Thunderbolt? And if you didn't, would you like to see it again? For today's trick, I'm going to work on this several hours, which I've already worked on. I covered tissue the back half of this airplane. It's a pretty nice airplane. It will be. We're going to do it in military colors. Come on. It's kind of neat. Remember, watch it on YouTube. Don't watch it on Stunhanger, and don't watch it on Control Line Craftsman. You want to come to YouTube to watch this so you can use the chat box. This is my Dura block, and it has sticky back paper on it. We're going to save this to hand sand with, and I'm going to add a new sheet to the Dura block, and I'm going to block the wings and kind of put a dusting of primer on that. Hang on. I'm shooting a video. What? Okay. I'm live on the internet. Anyway, I'm going to have to take a real quick break, and I'll be back in a second, probably 2 minutes. What did you want? Okay, here's 20 bucks. Give it to 8 sodas. Okay, bye. I'm live on the... Okay, I'm back. Had to get that straightened out. Anyway, we got our Dura block ready to go. And the reason why you want to use the Dura block is that, well, first off, it's a large surface and you're sanding more area. But you're kind of, I don't know what you would say, you're flattening the surface so that when the light comes over it, it doesn't look so bad. And now we've lost everybody from watching. God. They're coming back. We got 2 now. I guess 4 is going to be our big limit. At least the stream is up and working. I'm hoping the audio is good. I can see the video is good. Remember, if you're watching on Stunhanger, you can't ask me a question. You got to be on YouTube. I'm going to turn on the sound just for a second here on my laptop to see what it sounds like coming over. But yeah, it does work. So I don't want to sand dust into my soda, so I better move that. If you guys want me to do an hour of sanding with Spark every day, I can probably do that at around 2 o'clock. We'll do our building videos later in the evening, and those are going to only be available to members of Control Line Craftsmen. I posted the first two videos just because I don't know what I'm doing, and I want to get a little exposure. So now remember, I just took this off my Durablock sander, so the sandpaper is not wasted. I'm going to take it off the sanding block and use it in my hand around the tips. This is 320, kind of getting it ready for its first bit of primer on the wings. We still have this this panel here. Let's move this so you can see what I'm doing. That video camera is really a high quality camera. This is 16:9 by 1020 or 1024 by 720. 16:9 aspect ratio. The video looks real good. So we kind of got this roughed in. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a little bit of DC 540 on it and see how many more sand outs we're going to need. The DC 540 is the absolute best stuff I have ever used. So what happens is you get the piece and you sand it out and think, well, I got it. It looks good. Then you sand on this DC 540 and it looks bad. Then you sand it again until it looks good. And shoot another coat on it and it'll look bad. And you keep that up until finally it looks perfect. And then you're ready to shoot. Now I want you to take note of the time that I'm shooting this DC 540. Now I just shot this. It's already starting to flash off. And I would say within 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, I'm going to start sanding that. Okay, it's at 20 now. And I'll set this aside and go back to sanding the wing with my Durablock. And within the 5 minutes, I'll come back and sand that piece, and then we'll, swap to another spot. Well, I can see by the video that the lag time, the time out and time back is about, I don't know, this could be about a 20-second delay. I don't know what the reason for that is, except for things are, a long way out. Anyway, I'm not sure whether I posted video or not of me papering all these pieces, but I had to paper all these surfaces. Got about 4 coats of butyrate on the tissue. I'm going to block it flat, and then we'll start the priming business. Now it might be a good idea to add another coat of clear. These were really rough. But as I told the gentleman on the phone, I don't want to give these back and then not be, nice. They're not going to be concourse airplanes, but they'll be nice. Remember, ask your questions in the YouTube chat box. You can't ask questions on Stunhanger and me see them in real time. Okay, now if you remember, I just painted this piece here, and it's already dry, cool to the touch. Move this back over here so you can get a good shot of what I'm doing. Boy, people are in and out of the stream like crazy. So this is 180 grit sandpaper here that I'm using. Yeah, 180. And the reason I'm using the 180 is there's some really large amounts of material that I need to move on this bump here. I'm not pushing hard on it, I'm just pushing lightly, removing the high spots. And before I shoot any more primer on this, I'll resand that with 320. So you kind of get to see what's going on. Now I think that if I had somebody here helping me, they could zoom this camera. But this camera that you're watching right now is running on the computer that's in the other room. So every time that I start and stop it, I have to go into the other room. Of course, like I said, I am recording all this on the video camera, and it's a good thing. And I want to say, I uploaded the revised version of the class yesterday, and I noticed that I got the video or the audio out of sync. and it was lagging terribly. Well, before this movie, before this live stream started this morning or today, I went ahead and redid it, and it's not as flashy and it doesn't have as many camera angles, but the audio is in sync with the video now. So I'll be re-uploading that when I get done with this live stream. So remember, we just painted this 5 minutes ago, and I'm sanding all the primer back off. So when somebody says, "Where'd all the primer go?" Well, it's on the floor. Where'd all the tape go? I think they lied to you. I don't believe the links that they say that they're putting on there. But I did get the other tape, the Great Plains tape, at $3 a roll. Wayne Wiley had asked me, to use it and see what I thought. Well, I think I won't be buying any more 3M because it's the same stuff. Same stuff for a third of the cost. Okay, this is the fourth sand out of this piece. I really would like to get this to look a little better here. I've allowed comments in there. You guys, please type in the chat box and let me know what it looks like, what it sounds like, because I got no clue unless you help me. So far, this stream seems to be the best with the settings. It's a little laggy, but I think that has to do with the internet connection and with all the traffic that's going on this weekend. But I can see it up on my laptop there, and it's not in real time. It's about 20 seconds away. But okay, let's hit it with some more primer and see what it looks like. These pieces here, in my opinion, cowls, doors, hatches, the better they look, the more professional the model looks to me. It's all right. One more sand out probably. But I had to tissue this. You should have seen what it looked like before it got tissued. If you're going to paint with enamel, it's not as critical to have the surface smooth as a baby's butt as it is with any lacquer base. So we're setting this down at 10 minutes, and we'll continue to sand on the next piece. So like I said, the Durablock, and the Durablock part number is 6.503.612. And this thing is so light, it's like a piece of balsa wood. and it's really stout. And then I'm using the sticky back paper that Bernie Trent was supposed to send me, but I'm still waiting on that. Maybe he'll bring it to Brodex with him. Anyway, this is stuff that I bought from Amazon. Pretty pricey. It's $32 for this roll, and the 80 grit is $32 for the roll. However, in retrospect, these rolls here from Tower are $11 a roll. So there's 22, and you add one more. I still don't think there's as much on here on these two, plus another one, as here. This is really tightly wound. And so I'm going to continue buying that paper from Amazon instead of Tower or the hobby shop. I know, support your local hobby shop. Well, I'd support the local hobby shop if they didn't get ridiculous prices. I mean, if it was $1 or $2 difference, that'd be different. But when it's, a substantial amount, and like this Great Plains Easy Mask, this is the same stuff as 3M Fine Line. This is $3 a roll, and Fine Line is $11 a roll, or sometimes 15 depending on the size that you buy. There's absolutely no reason that you would, spend the extra dollars for the different color. Fine Line is blue and that's red. That's the only difference that I could tell. They both turn the same. They both leave the same line. So we were at 10. We waited 3 minutes. Now this is dry, but we'll wait another 2 minutes and then I'll sand again. And this is the reason, right here, Napa Color Line DC 540, that I can finish so fast. And so far, I have been able to use any medium paint with it. Urethane, uh, lacquers, enamels, it doesn't matter. And the adhesion of this stuff is really great. I think there's a lot of MEK in it because it's what it smells like. And it makes your hands feel like that as well when you're sanding. So if you have allergies to different chemicals, it's probably best to wear gloves. I don't know. Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway, we're less than 5 minutes out. I'm standing again. And it's hard to believe that it does that, but seeing is believing. It's $3.69 a can. I'm now buying it by the case, $50 a case. In the last couple of months, I went through 4 cases on these airplane projects for finishing that I've been doing. Our build along video will start probably around 8 o'clock tonight. I'm going to save the settings on this stream to see that it seems to be working the best. Please type in the box if you can hear me okay. I have yet to have any replies on questions in the box. So can you hear me okay? If not, I'll turn the volume up on output. I know there's 6 people watching. And I'll probably have to wait until I get a thumbs down. And just because I'm doing these live streams, don't think I'm not going to do the video too, because the video is running. It more or less depends on how the live stream turns out. It doesn't look like it has the quality that the video has, so you can watch it in live time, and then it looks like I'm going to have to edit it up and do them anyway. So, but at least you can watch it in live time and ask me questions. Okay, so because of the screw ups on that, I'm probably just going to leave the stream run at the end of the hour. We're just because I'm going to be working here anyway. It's not like the stream cost me anything, so we'll just leave it running. You know, people want to hang around and watch. That's fine. Kind of like play along with Spark. Getting some dropouts now, and I don't mind. I just there we go. I can hear you fine in Toronto. All right, John. John, let me ask you this. Do you think this is a good idea? This is really close to being ready to paint. I'll give you a recap on what it took. So when I got this, it had, I don't know, 3 or 4 coats of nitrate dope on it. Good here in Tucson. All right, Mark. Only a short delay in me sending you and receiving. I really enjoy the videos. Well, that's great. Um, Let me explain to you what I started with here. When I received these models for painting, they had 2 or 3 coats of nitrate dope on things. Now, I don't use nitrate. It doesn't matter that it was on there. It's really just not as good. I don't think. Anyway, it's supposed to have better adhesion properties. Well, the first thing I did was I block sanded all the brush strokes flat on it, and there wasn't enough dope on it, so I put butyrate on it, about 4 coats of butyrate, and block sanded it flat. Yeah, we're gonna leave it run, even though it's been an hour. Anyway, block sanded it flat. Then I decided, well, this is not going to work. I had to go ahead and tissue it. So I tissued the whole thing up, put 4 more coats of clear on it. It was the reason why it has so much dope and so many coats of clear is that it was not straight. So now, looking at it, I brought it back from the dead to where it's straight, and it looks pretty good. If you look right here, you can see some little bumps and stuff, and we're going to get those out. It'll be one sanding more around this, I don't know what you call this bulge, and then I'll spray that again with primer, and then sand the whole thing smooth, and we'll be ready for color probably, well, I got a whole airplane to do, and it took an hour to get this done, so it's probably going to be 40 hours. Now you just notice I just sprayed that and I'm sanding. That's magic. But I can't explain to anybody enough the power of this DC 540 stuff. Within a minute I'm sanding because I didn't spray it on very thick, but regardless, it's amazing stuff. Yes, I'm using a Brodak medium tissue. I have some triple lot of the I can't remember the name of the real good stuff, but I'm saving that for a small. I use that for 40 size airplane. But this tissue here is the Brodak medium, and it's relatively lightweight. I don't know why they quit making silk span. I guess it's because nobody was buying it. If we don't start, that's another reason why I do stun hanger. If we don't start buying, supporting, our control line will just dry up. I'm not sure. I talked to, oh, what the heck? Can't remember his name. Head of the AMA about the drone situation and addressing our concerns. And believe it or not, he's real receptive to the people of Stunhanger because we do hold some power. There's 4,500 of us, and strength comes in numbers. Now, I'm not sure if we can get anything done or not, but I mean, when I talk to the guy, he takes my phone calls and he does listen. So, and he sends me emails on updates of Congress and all that stuff. I would post them, but when he sends me those emails, they're confidential, so I can't post them, and I'm not supposed to divulge the exact wording that's in them or whatever. But I can tell you that they're working on it for us. But if we don't band together, this drone thing is, in my opinion, the biggest snafu ever put out. And I'm hoping Congress realizes that it's not model airplanes that are causing the problem, it's quadcopters. And any quadcopter that you know, all the quadcopters need to be registered. Because I haven't even heard of any uh, RC airplanes have any instances. I'm sure there has been, but you know, first I don't pay attention much to what RC is doing, and there was a couple of guys on here. Much smoother, a little experiencing that. The audio and video is excellent quality. Video stream great. Seems choppy on my phone. The video's a little choppy. Rob suggested. Yeah, it could be the internet load. I don't know. I think my settings are closer now than they were when I first started trying this. And anybody who knows me knows that I will persevere until mission accomplished. You know, I'm not an easy give up guy. When I was a kid, now this is going to be a bad story, but it's really a good story. A lesson my dad taught me. My dad was a mechanic at the time when Sears and Roebuck had a real automotive department, and he did brake and front end. And he told me, never go in my toolbox. Okay, Dad, no problem. Well, my dad and my Uncle Jerry had got me started on model airplanes, and my Uncle Jerry worked for Bob Laidlaw's Harley Davidson in South San Gabriel, which was one of my jobs at one particular time too. And I had a go-kart, and I went into in, I needed a brake stop for the go-kart. And I've been a professional mechanic since 1974. And the amount of times that you use a double flare pipe flaring tool is about once every 10 years. Because I have one in the garage. I bet I've used twice. I paid $100 for Snap-on, you know, hydraulic line double flare tool, and I've used it twice. So I figured, okay, great, whatever. So I went in my dad's toolbox and I got that pipe double flare tool out, and I used it as a brake stop on the brake rod. And we were driving around the field and having a good old time, and boom, the brake stop flew off and no brakes. Well, shit, I don't know where it was. Oh man. So my dad came home from work, and it was like it was a magnet. He knew right away that something was made. He went from the car to the toolbox to use that brake double flare brake tool. And he said, "Okay, what happened? What happened to my double? I don't know. Don't give me that, you know." And I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Well, anyway, after several hours of looking for the double flare tool, he came out of the house and he said, "Did you find it?" "Nope, I can't find it." He grabbed a 2x2 out of the garage, about 8 foot long, and he swung it and it broke over my back. Now it sounded terrible, and my mother freaked out. It really didn't hurt me. But he said, "You can and you will do anything you set your mind to." And that has stuck with me all my life. That was a valuable lesson. And believe me, I didn't know about computers a few years ago. Well, it's been more than a few now. Sunhanger's been up 10. 20 years ago, I didn't know about computers. I taught myself computers. I taught myself how to type. just so I could do this. And why did I do that? I don't know. So I could do this, I guess. I have no clue. It seems to be you know, helping control line. Anyway, we'll get you a shot of this airplane. I don't know if you guys saw it before or not, but there it is. I'm working on the cheek cowl to hide the battery right now, and we'll get that on there as soon as it dries. I'm going to have to redo the superfill fillets on this, so I probably will get a video up and running with about superfill. A lot better. Cool. Now, I'm only bringing this out. I know that I brought it out before, but I don't know with, you know, what's transpired with the deleting of the streams and whether the streams were, whether anybody got to see it. Can't tell. So anyway, this is my Thunderbolt I've been working on. I got the motor mounted. It's got a huge hole in the bottom to let the air in, and a huge hole in the top to let the air in over the top of that. The bottom, the air outlets are just these two